In the bottom left of the map here on Overgrowth Letter Edition, it is our Red Zerg DJ's TrapDorSpida.
And on the top right of the map, tying up the Series 1-1, it is our green Protoss players. Okay, if this first placement fails, I GG, Experta.
He's looking for the place to put down that pylon. Wants to make sure he doesn't accidentally block his Nexus. Oh, puts it down. Overgrowth is a very notoriously fast map. So let's see what usual one base nonsense we're probably going to see here. It could be that they both just passively decide to macro. We can hope. But who knows?
So what do you think Experta's choices are this game?
Well, with this particular map, I mean, I would prefer a gateway expand over a forge fast expand in a lot of cases. So that's what he's going for here.
Ooh.
Interesting setup too. He's gonna wrap around the Nexus. He's not quite blocking it, I don't think.
I always do that to myself. Kind of scared for him right now.
But if that does happen, then he will be in an awkward place. He's gonna block this hatchery build attempt for a little bit and put down a pylon and then start attacking the worker that came here to build it. Drives him out. And a spawning pool is immediately going to go down for Trap. And thus, it starts. Forges down a counter block from Trap with a drone up here. Let's see how good Experta is with dealing with this. Trap is trying to run around with the drone, keep the probe as preoccupied as possible. I think he's gone a little bit too far out now, though. Could easily turn back. Say he's just going to send another probe down. Very nice move, actually.
Ooh, Spida going straight for the gold here. There's a pylon sitting as natural.
Here we go, guys. It's getting awkward.
It's gonna be
welcome to Overgrowth.
Lings for days.
So he sees this up here, and he's seeing more drones hatch. This actually should be weird for him because, on the one hand, he's getting a signal that more macro is occurring. On the other hand, he's getting a signal that an attack might be coming. Most likely, we'll see him he's getting the cannon down. He's getting set up for a potential attack. Yeah, he's walling off at the back of the mineral line and pretty much just getting ready. What he doesn't know can hurt him, though, as there is this hatchery halfway done at the gold.
Ooh. Yes, it can.
Now, the tricky thing about this is there's a very, very small amount of space here where a drone transfer can actually occur, and it can go past this pylon and it cannot see it, but unfortunately I'm expecting that not to happen. He does need to get rid of this first if he really wants to hide this. This probe's looking around for any alternate expansions too. It doesn't see anything at the third. It's going to check the other third up here now. And does he suspect? Does he suspect that this gold is in place?
Gateway behind the forge. He's also got a cannon in his main base. He knows something's up. 2 gases. This probe.
I think he's expecting something. He doesn't know, not just yet. So this has always been kind of a question in my mind, whenever you're using a ninja expansion, do you risk the transfer of workers or do you just passively build there? And I feel like that call changes a little bit based on what you have to do,
Mm-hmm.
In some games, it can be better to just hide it like that. Also, if you're trying to do it on Waystation, you don't get a choice because it's an island. But yeah. Warling's going to come and sacrifice themselves for the swarm.
Huge drone transfer. That pylon is gone now.
And also, luckily, so is the probe. It has gone up into the main base, sees the amount of workers up here. And he's also going to see, does he see the drones hatch? Yeah, he might have. That should be a sign to him that some other base exists. Does the probe get away? Wow.
1 HP.
Probe gets away with a single hit point. However, mining has gone on for quite some time already at this gold base, and the money is flowing in for our Red Zerg player. Let's see exactly what he has in mind for this. He may need another hatchery to actually use all this, even if it's just on Zerglings.
He's got 2 queens camping at this base. Gonna fight over injects there.
The injects start spreading creep, maybe.
Gonna drop his natural expansion now. That probe was just far enough out of the way.
It's going to sit there and go, why? Why was I not placed 1 hex higher? He's gonna go, oh no, expansion.
What have I done? I'm gonna get fired when I get home.
Oh man, I gotta cover for this by cannon rushing. Yep.
Oh, yes. Perfect. So
It's not gonna matter much. Oh. I think he suspects that a base exists somewhere, I think, but I don't know if he thinks it's the gold. Or not.
well, I think he would have at least sent a second probe over here to check it out, or something.
Oh, yep. Spine,
Wow.
spine, 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 spine.
3 cannons going down to this natural.
He can cancel this and probably be okay. Though I don't think he knows about the cannons.
Yep, that probe finally getting taken out by the queen. Oh, right as it finished.
The cannons finish just as the hatchery is done. Oh boy, there's not enough here to deal with this. He's building swarm hosts.
Swarm hosts.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
And now he's building an army right here next to the cannons. Well, the swarm hosts will defend against this army. There's nothing this army can do to kill that unless they somehow just walk over. But here comes an oracle to deal some damage up here, and what this will do, guys, is it will slowly chip the economy of the Zerg player down to the point where it actually matches the Protoss. No, the swarm hosts have come out and brood! Oh, loses 1. But now that he sees them there, he's going to be thinking, well, oh, he's going to lose his entire army, so he's going to be thinking. That hurts. Down comes some lings in order to deal with this, and the thing is, he can trade inefficiently like this all day because he's got 1,000 more minerals behind that. Of course, he doesn't really have to because he's got free units now, so all that poor lava just exploded. They're so strong on creep, so strong. As soon as the creep is gone, they're like, nope!
So, Experta flew over the space, but he's not doing anything about it.
No, well, he knows about it now. He's going to try and send this over there. There's 2 queens, though, which will defend against the Oracle. Especially since the Oracle's getting poked at before it actually does anything. And try and wheel around. Trap should move this other queen in there. I mean, he can do damage to the workers here, but gold base, man, and it's going to have the detection, but as soon as the swarm hosts hit a certain number, detection is not enough. You need Colossus. It looks like he's trying to go for that, but there's no Robo Bay down, so no Colossus anytime soon. He's going to go double Observer. Chrono boost that out. And it looks like these swarm hosts, is he going to gather them together and move up? Or is he just going to camp them up at this base? Looks like he's going for the camp option. Does need to get rid of this pylon. I don't think he's done that. No, yeah, he's got all of his swarm hosts on 1 key, including these 2, which are now not dealing with the rest of this.
Yep. And as you said, no Colossus. He's got a robotics bay on the way now, too.
He does see it. He does see its vision. He does see that the pylon cannon are still there, so he knows about them. He's just doing anything about it yet. Attack here at the gold base. Lots of spine crawlers here. Stalker's trying to do something about it. Here comes the Lings to respawn. It's going to fall back to the Zealots so they can have a response against it. The swarm hosts need to be moved. They are completely out of position at the moment. They're not really able to aid as much in this. He's going to move them back to the middle of the base here so they can get some work done. There's no vision onto the high ground here yet. These 2 spore crawlers make quick work of any cloaked observers that try to float on over. And these 2 swarm hosts are still completely out of position. Let's see here. So yeah, this army from Experta is not really able to do anything to this gold base. And he's still not building... Oh, there's the Colossus. He's going to get Colossus. Still has to get range, I think. Needs about 4 or 5, actually probably 6 really, to be able to push through a decent ball of locusts and actually all the way out to the swarm hosts. 3 more on the way. Zealots coming out to attack this base up here. Drones immediately on the response. 2 queens going to poke them down to death. Did lose a decent number of drones in the process there. But yeah, Trap still has this incredible mineral income. And he keeps... he's got to pick up these swarm hosts and move them together. They're scattered all over the place.
He still hasn't taken care of that pylon down there. He's warped in several zealots off of that. Actually, sniped off a hatchery before it could get cancelled.
Needs to put down a couple hatcheries, as this gold base mines out far quicker than normal bases do. So he's actually about to have no money at all, as both bases will be mined out. Of course, he could just move up with the swarm host and then take care of that, but if he's not careful, he won't have enough funds to do it.
Swarm host count climbing.
So they get pretty powerful once you hit about 8. TRQ letting us know that this is a swarm host game. Priest will be back to catch the end of it.
He probably will.
Interesting choice of expansion locations. I would have preferred this one to the left of it, just because it's directly behind the gold. A little bit easier to defend.
And on that pylon's destruction, that is supply blocked.
Swarm hosts need to be burrowed. Need to be burrowed. There's an army right there. He has no idea. It's gonna
walk right by.
See it. And now we're going to have a base race, I think. Potentially, unless it turns around. We haven't had a base race in the Showmatches in a while, actually. Yep. Here we go.
Oh.
Nope. He's gonna move back to defend. Okay, after leaving this ball locus here, just kind of hang out. Going to lose the expansion attempt in the natural, and now he's going to lose all of his tech. This is a little bit of a risky move from Experta, though, because he can lose all the Colossus up here and be completely unable to leave.
Oh, this one Colossus.
Leaves 1 Colossus down here to help respond against this. Going to be a lot of damage dealt, and now the swarm hosts are showing up. They're unburrowed. He loses 1, 2 before they get into the ground. Swarm hosts actually fighting on top of the locust, causing more of them to die. Walking right in front of the locust. He's going to lose, surprisingly, none of them, but the rest of the stalkers are probably going to die. Boom, 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 boom.
Completely ignoring this one host, going for the spawning pool.
He's got to rebuild that back over to one of his other bases immediately. If Trap does not do this, he'll be in a really awkward position. Should not lift the swarm hosts for any reason right now. Unfortunately, the range and height combination on the Colossus is enough for them to pick off a couple of these swarm hosts here, and this is a pretty scary situation, even though he does have the ability to see the observers now. He can't actually fire at them, and if only could kill 1 or 2 of these Colossus and get rid of that ability to clear the locust out, but unfortunately, he doesn't have that. It looks like Experta takes the game.